Like, I have no inclination to where they're at right now. It's like a nightmare that I just can't wake up from. Like, I want her back so bad. I want those kids back so bad.
Police in Colorado have issued an alert for a pregnant mother and her 2 young daughters.
Welcome to Shocking True Crime. Thanks to all our viewers and subscribers for your support. Stay with us for daily updates on the most shocking true crime stories. Don't forget to subscribe.
At 6:02 a.m. on August 15, 2018, inside a Colorado jail, an inmate claimed Chris Watts finally told the truth. Not the version the public knew, but the one he never intended to share. He said the story everyone believed only explained part of what happened. That the real reason his wife and daughters died had been forming long before their bodies were found. This is not just a murder story. It is a record of ignored warning signs, quiet lies, emotional erasure, and a confession that reframes everything. In the summer of 2018, the Watts family lived on Saratoga Trail in Frederick, Colorado. Chris, his wife Shannon, and their daughters Bella and Celeste appeared to be the picture of suburban stability. Shannon's social media told a story of love, gratitude, and resilience. She openly shared her life, her health struggles with lupus, her work, and her belief that she had married her best friend. But beneath those posts was a marriage unraveling in silence. Friends noticed the imbalance. Shannon was expressive and hopeful. Chris was quiet, distant, and increasingly withdrawn. He smiled for photos, but his eyes never matched. Texts later recovered showed Shannon pleading for honesty. "I feel like I'm losing you." His most common reply was simple: "I'm tired." As months passed, their communication shrank to logistics. Shannon tried harder. She posted more. Friends later said she was trying to save her family in plain sight, hoping that showing happiness might restore it. In one recorded video, Shannon surprised Chris with a pregnancy announcement. His reaction was subdued, delayed, and visibly detached. Even close friends noticed something was wrong. Neighbors described Chris as calm to the point of being rehearsed. Polite but distant. Controlled. By June 2018, Shannon felt the shift clearly. She told friends he felt cold, like a stranger. Psychologists would later describe this phase as emotional erasure, when empathy disappears before physical separation ever begins. At the same time, Chris was changing. He worked out obsessively, altered his appearance, changed his phone password, deleted messages, and claimed overtime shifts. Coworkers noticed his phone constantly buzzing. His smiles no longer belonged at home. That was when he began an affair with a coworker, Nicole Kessinger. To her, Chris presented himself as a man nearing divorce. Calm, honest, relieved to be starting over. At home, he played the role of husband and father flawlessly. 2 lives ran side by side. Investigators later called this compartmentalization, the ability to separate realities without emotional overlap. Shannon sensed something was wrong but didn't know about the affair. She blamed stress, pregnancy, and herself. Her messages became more desperate. "I feel like you don't want me or the baby." His replies grew colder. Indifference hurt more than anger. Deleted searches later recovered from Chris's phone told a different story. How to start a new life. Wedding vows for a second time. Can people go to jail for deleting texts? This wasn't impulse. It was rehearsal. By late July, Shannon was running out of hope. She booked counseling. She asked directly if he still loved her. He avoided answering. Before leaving for a work trip to Arizona in early August, she sent one final message. "Please don't give up on us." His response came hours later. "We'll talk when you get back." While Shannon attended a Thrive convention, trying to hold herself together, Chris was deleting data, clearing logs, and finalizing his plan. His phone searches that weekend revealed a man preparing for freedom, not reconciliation. On August 12, 2018, Shannon boarded a late-night flight home, believing they would finally talk. Airport cameras captured her at 1:48 a.m. dragging her suitcase through the terminal. She texted a friend. "Landing soon." Chris was awake. Calm. Waiting. At 1:55 a.m. A neighbor's camera recorded Shannon entering the house. That was the last time she was seen alive. According to Chris's later confession, Shannon confronted him about the affair. She asked if they could fix the marriage. He told her he didn't think so. She cried and said he would never see the children again. He strangled her in their bed. She was 15 weeks pregnant. There was no explosion of rage. The coroner confirmed manual strangulation. She struggled. She knew what was happening. Afterward, he went into his daughter's rooms. Bella and Celeste woke as he carried their mother downstairs. Bella asked what was wrong. He told her Shannon was sick. By 5:27 a.m., surveillance footage showed Chris backing his work truck into the driveway. He loaded Shannon's body and placed his daughters inside the vehicle alive. GPS data tracked him to the Anadarko oil site where he worked. At the site, he smothered Celeste, then Bella. Bella fought back. Autopsy evidence showed she bit her tongue. Her final words, according to Chris, were, "Daddy, no." He placed the girls' bodies into oil tanks and buried Shannon in a shallow grave nearby. Then he went to work. He sent text messages to Shannon's phone to fabricate concern. He washed the sheets. Showered. Smiled. When Shannon missed a doctor's appointment that morning, her friend Nicole Atkinson became alarmed. She went to the house, found Shannon's belongings untouched, and called police. Officer body cam footage showed Chris greeting police calmly. No panic. No urgency. He explained details nobody asked for. Investigators later said he wasn't remembering. He was narrating. That evening, he stood on his porch and pleaded on camera for his family to come home. Behavioral experts immediately flagged the performance. Too controlled. Too rehearsed. No real fear. The truck GPS led investigators to the oil site. On August 15th, Chris failed a polygraph. When confronted, he initially claimed Shannon killed the girls and he reacted. That story collapsed quickly. By the next day, he confessed fully. He described the murders clinically, without emotion. Agents said it felt like listening to someone describe tasks, not people. Months later, in February 2019, Chris gave a final confession from prison. This time, without excuses. He admitted he planned it days in advance. He rehearsed the timeline. The drive. The site. The silence. He said Shannon prayed as he killed her. He said Bella sang in the truck on the way to the oil field, calling him her hero. When asked why, he said he wanted a new start. He believed removing his family would free him. In prison, he later told fellow inmates he felt freer incarcerated than at home. That murder brought him peace. Psychologists identified this as cognitive reframing, turning destruction into meaning to survive guilt. Experts classified him as a family annihilator, not driven by rage, but by image and control. These men don't explode. They extinguish. The tragedy of this case is not just what happened, but how ordinary it looked while it was unfolding. Silence mistaken for peace. Distance excused as stress. Control mistaken for calm. Shannon's posts were not vanity. They were survival. Every smile was effort. Every caption was hope. The warning signs were there. Emotional vacancy. Sudden reinvention. Secret schedules. Indifference. They were human. Familiar. Easy to dismiss. This case became global entertainment, but its real lesson is quieter. Evil doesn't always break in. Sometimes it smiles beside you. Waves at neighbors. Goes to work. And rehearses your erasure while you're trying to save the marriage. The most chilling confession Chris Watts ever made wasn't about the murders. It was this. If you lie long enough, people will see what they want until it's too late. And they did. Thank you for watching, and if this case left you with more questions than answers, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.